A more comfortable way to edit a long dollar path? I want to add, in /.bashirk, a few directories to my dollar path. My dollar path is quite long, so it's a bit hard to see what directories it contains, and in what order. I know I can modify my /.bashirk to be. It'd make it easier to read. But I was wondering if during the last year's bash has acquired some syntax that makes specifying a long path easier. E.g., I'm fantasizing about a syntax similar to I know such syntax is invalid. I was wondering if there's something as easy. Is there?
I want to add in /.bashirk a few directories to my dollar path. I use the following in Cygwin. It should work in other versions of bash. You can remove the unset path to build on your current path. If you do this, you may have to figure out how to add the column separators correctly. Note, I once had this functionality in a bash function but lost it after a disk crash. In my .bash_profile. In /.path_elements.
Okay, I figured out the following solution, which I think is elegant, as far as shell syntax go. It uses bash's array syntax and also a neat way to join elements. Alert! It turns out that this solution has a problem. Unlike the solutions of @turdon and @starfish, it doesn't first check whether the paths are already in path. So, since I want to put this code in /.bashirk, and not in /.profile, duplicate paths will creep into path. So don't use this solution, unless you put it in /.profile, or, better, /.bash_profile, as it has bash-specific syntax.
I use the function below in my ~bashirk. It is something I got from a sysadmin in my old lab, but I don't think he wrote them. Just add these lines to your ~.profile or ~.bashirk. This has various advantages. Adding new directories to the dollar path is trivial, pathmunge before a bar. It avoids duplicated entries. You can choose whether to add a new entry to the beginning pathmunge before a bar, or the end pathmunge before a bar, after of the dollar path. Your shell's initialization file would then contain something like
I use a set of convenience functions for prepending or appending a path to a variable. The functions come in the distribution tarball for bash in a contrib file called pathfuncs. add_path will add the entry to the end of the path variable. pre_path will add the entry to the beginning of the path variable. del_path will remove the entry from the path variable, wherever it is. If you specify a variable as the second argument, it will use that instead of path. For convenience, here they are. If you add those to your bash startup file, you can add to your path like this. Or specify a different variable. I use this method in my RC files, putting the pre_paths first and the add_paths second. It makes all of my path changes easy to understand at a glance. Another benefit is that the lines are short enough that I can add a trailing comment on a line if necessary. And since these are functions, you can use them interactively from the command line, such as by saying add_path $pwd to add the current directory to the path.
Your computer is a full concern.